Thank you, Honourable Speaker, sir. I would like to thank the Honourable Rasowa for the question. But again, I would like to remind Honourable Rasowa that the opposition should have supported climate change bill, which has a huge impact on ocean resources. Honourable Speaker, fish markets have been affected due to the disruptions posed by COVID-19. This includes access to fishing ground, constant supply of raw materials, operations within processing facilities, transport and logistical support, and the need to comply with COVID restrictions. Additionally, there have been adjustments made to meet disruption to crew movement, transportation, mandatory quarantine periods, and the need for entry and exit swabs. All this, Honourable Speaker, sir, has shifted the fishing sector's ability to access fish, process it and transport finished products to the export markets. On the other hand, Honourable Speaker, over the past 8 months, fish exports have been able to adjust and meet export market demands due to the stockpile of raw materials that were secured prior to the 4.5 months of strict COVID lockdown. Honourable Speaker, sir, exporters have been able to utilize the 2 weekly flights to Los Angeles to send fresh tuna shipments, while frozen products are sent via sea freight to the European Union market. Based on 5 years of historical data projections and the implications of COVID-19, the following key areas need to be met in order to stimulate fish exports in the coming months and for the year 2022. First, Honourable Speaker, overcoming the second wave of COVID-19 is the most critical step in the process of boosting fish exports. Once this is addressed, fishers can freely access fishing grounds and slowly build the stock needed to meet processing and export demands. Additionally, once COVID restriction eases, Fiji would attract foreign fleets which now transship their catch in the high seas back to our shores to provide the needed raw materials for our processing facilities. This further addresses logistical needs or shortage in shipment containers, cargo lines, and the needs for frequent flights to our fresh sashimi markets. Honourable Speaker, sir, on the other hand, the fisheries sector welcomes government's initiatives aimed at boosting economic activity. This includes the removal of certain operational costs for coastal fishers and for offshore fishers, such as the bunkering and provisioning fees, concessionary loans for the renewal of fishing vessels, extensions of what used to be a 3-year offshore fishing license to 20 years, provided that the owner or operator is a Fiji citizen or a person ordinarily resident in Fiji, and the removal of some processes that used to be a deterrence to fish accesses for exports. For our coastal fisheries products, Honourable Speaker, the focus now is meeting our domestic demand while companies are still exporting to maintain the current market with the hope that things would get better once restrictions ease. Honourable Speaker, sir, while fisheries data projects constant figure around 30,000 metric tons of export for year 2021 to 2022, it is critical to understand that this is subject to how we overcome the limitations brought in on the nations by COVID-19. Thank you, Honourable Speaker, sir.
I thank the Honourable Minister.